Hit subscribe so that you don't miss another update from India Film Project.
A very warm welcome to India Film Project Talk Shop, brought to you by Sanyu in association with Himalayan. The guest that we have today on the sets, he writes, he directs, he acts, and I think right now he's on his professional high. He's working together on some 5-6 projects as far as I know, and I'm sure there might be much to it. He's known for his craft for parallel cinema, and he might as well be into web and a lot of other things because he's always been part of cinema and TV both. So we'll get to know once the conversation unfolds. We have the National Award winning director Tigmanshu Dhulia sir for us on India Film Project Talk Shop. A very warm welcome, sir.
Thank you.
I think you are very involved as far as politics is concerned. So if we talk about your Dadaji, you know, you're a proud prodigy of him, and he has been a journalist and a freedom fighter.
My grandfather, Shri Bhairav Dutt Dhulia, he started this newspaper called Karam Bhumi, and it was the first newspaper which came out of that region. At that time, I mean till 2000, Uttarakhand was part of Uttar Pradesh. It was just one state. So from that region, it was the first newspaper which came out, and it kind of was very active during the freedom struggle. My Dadaji also went to jail for a couple of years, and then at that time every sane person was in the Congress party. So, but after independence, the election which happened, the election after that, and only Congress leaders were around, you know, at that time, and he fought as an independent, and he won the election. He was the independent MLA, and he defeated the Congress leader, which was a big thing. And I'm not so actively involved in politics, but the kind of grounding, the kind of initiation I got when I was in my formative years, the kind of books we read, and the kind of conversation I used to not be part of, but at least I was, as a bystander, kind of made me what I am today. So that kind of education, that kind of politics, whatever you say, gives a person a certain objectivity. So we always question the change which is happening in the society, and we are not, especially people like me, are not part of the mainstream, because we are always questioning the mainstream. So I think that's our job.
You know, your father has been a part of CPM as a student federation, leader since then. And you seem to be very affectionate as far as your father is concerned, because we keep on listening about your father from your end, many a times. But unfortunately, your father, then he couldn't see the National Award winning Tigmanshu. So considering your connection with your father, did he ever watch films?
Oh yes. Oh yes, my mother and father both were they were both film buffs. And
any film which you remember you might have watched with your father?
Oh, so many. I mean, Allahabad it has a very cosmopolitan nature, and so many films. I mean, because when I went to NSD and I met my friends who had come from Bombay, another part from Bangalore, and other big cities from around the country, had not seen those films, even in spite of living in those big cities. And I had seen Godfather and many cult films in cinema halls.
In those days
with my father. Yeah, I couldn't. When I saw Godfather for the first time, I couldn't understand.
You might be a kid.
I was a kid. So कुछ समझ में नहीं आया. So then my father used to tell me then the whole mafia culture and whatever was happening in the 40s in America. And he used to take me For Whom the Bell Tolls, Hemingway's film, which was made on Hemingway's novel. Countless films.
Oh wow!
With my father, yes.
Sumitra ji, your mom, she has been a Sanskrit professor. So, if Tigmanshu Dhulia, who has studied modern history and also his masters has been as an actor with National School of Drama, so wonderful combination. So, if we ask Tigmanshu sir, as an actor, you know, to talk about different methods of acting, which happens to be his favorite.
सी मेथड एक्टिंग एंड ऑल जब वो एक स्किल है, उसके लिए वो 2 दिन में नहीं हो सकता. उसके लिए आप यू हैव टू गो टू अ स्कूल एंड स्पेंड एटलीस्ट 3 years to understand that. It's not so easy. But see, some actors are born, you know, they are very natural. Acting में सिंपल एक चीज़ होती है, इनहिबिशंस नहीं होने चाहिए, बेशर्म होना चाहिए एक्टर को. तो कई लोग नेचुरली थोड़ा बेशर्म होते हैं, थोड़ा बेधड़क होते हैं, थोड़ा बेबाक से होते हैं निजी पर्सनल लाइफ में, तो वो हमेशा अच्छे एक्टर होते हैं. व्हाट हैपेंस है कि हम लोग जैसे हम लोग पैदा होते हैं, बड़े होते हैं, तो आदमी के साथ ज़्यादा होता है ये. तो हम बहुत कंडीशन हो जाते हैं. हमारे पेरेंट्स, हमारे माँ बाप, दे कीप टेलिंग अस दिस इज़ द राइट थिंग टू डू, दैट इज़ द राइट थिंग टू डू, ये अच्छा है, ये बुरा है. तो हम बहुत कंडीशन हो जाते हैं, और फिर हमारे अंदर बहुत ज़्यादा कि गलती ना करने का जो डर होता है ना, वो हमारे अंदर बहुत आ जाता है, गलती ना हो जाए.
हाँ.
एक्टर में अंदर ये होना नहीं चाहिए. इसीलिए हमेशा जो नेचुरल एक्टर्स होते हैं, या तो बच्चे होते हैं, या एनिमल्स होते हैं, या बुढ़े लोग होते हैं. इनके अंदर क्योंकि वो कंडीशनिंग खत्म हो चुकी होती है ना. बच्चों में तो होगी नहीं, वो बच्चा है. एनिमल में भी नहीं होगी. बुढ़े आदमी का एक सेंस जिंदगी जी चुका है, अब उसकी बहुत वाइज हो चुका है, वो उसके अंदर सारी कंडीशनिंग खत्म. तो आप देखो, ये लोग जो होते हैं बहुत नेचुरल एक्टिंग करते हैं.
And especially when it's a director sitting in front of me. So just before you came in, I was speaking to the very veteran television actor, Kawaljit Singh sir. You know, he has been part of your upcoming film Rag Desh, and it is a periodic film. So I was just asking him, and he said that, you know, itni nitty-gritties ka Tigmanshu dhyan rakhte hai.
See, everything lies in detailing. What our films lack is detailing. Detailing in writing, detailing in decor, detailing in everything. And God lies in detailing. Why we like international films? Because then what detail होती है. Even if they are making a film like Wedding Crashers, a typical Christmas release, you know, social comedy about a couple getting divorced and then getting back again. They will go and research, and they will meet divorcees, talk to them, and then write that comic script.
Right.
You don't have to research only for intense films. That is the problem with us. Only intense. Okay, period. So now let's do some research. Happens. But if you're making a love story, then no research is happening, because we make films about films. Our films are references of other films. हीरो की एंट्री वैसे ही होगी, बाप ऐसे ही होगा, माँ ऐसे ही होगी, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स जो हैं वही होंगे. तो वी मेक फिल्म्स ऑफ फिल्म्स.
So while talking about you as a director and as an actor both, so I just got to know from one more actor who has been associated with you, so I got to know that it scares me. So I said, why? So sir, Tigmanshu ji has a habit where, you know, he, while describing the entire thing, he explains the entire character, and he himself enacts, and he acts so well that however senior you are, you'll be like scared. You know, it is very difficult to match his acting skills, is what I've heard. So how is it process like? Because I'm sure before every character sketch is, you know, set in your mind, you might be having a long process and workshops, and all of that happens as a part of...
No, in fact, I'm quite against doing workshops.
It's all real time shoot?
I don't believe in workshops. Okay. Until and unless it is required. I have not done for कितनी पिक्चर कर ली मैंने, अभी कभी मैंने वर्कशॉप नहीं किया. बिकॉज मैं चाहता हूँ मेरा एक्टर नेचुरल हो. वो बहुत कंडीशनिंग वाली बात है. मैं उसको कंडीशन नहीं करता हूँ. मैं कोई भगवान थोड़ी हूँ कि यही है.
True.
उस मोमेंट पे वो मैजिक करता है. बिकॉज एक्टिंग से बड़ा मैजिक नहीं है कुछ. वो कैमरा भी वो चीज़ नहीं कर सकता जो एक्टर करता है. आई बिलीव इन दैट. मैं थोड़ा परफॉर्मेंस ड्रिवन डायरेक्टर हूँ, तो मैं एक्टर को बहुत स्पेस देता हूँ. इसलिए मैं एक्टर को वर्कशॉप करा के, वो लाइनें रटा करके, उसको बहुत सोचवा करके, मैं कोई ज़्यादा बात नहीं करता कभी किसी एक्टर से. झूठ बोल रहे हैं लोग जो मेरे बारे में कि मैं बहुत उनसे बातें करता हूँ. अब वो एक बहुत बड़ा एक
तो एक्टिंग का कीड़ा तो होगा ना सर. थिएटर्स में मास्टर्स किया है.
उस कीड़े को मैं निकालना चाह रहा हूँ, निकलता नहीं है, क्योंकि मैं निकाल चुका था उसको बहुत सालों पहले. मैंने निकाल चुका था. कमबख्त अनुराग कश्यप ने वो फिल्म दे दी, तो उसकी वजह से मैंने 20 साल बाद आई एक्टेड.
थैंक अनुराग कश्यप सर फॉर व्हाटएवर ही डिड. भले आप जो भी बोलिए.
नहीं, दोस्त है मेरा. क्या है कि बिकॉज आई हैड नेवर डन एक्टिंग आफ्टर पासिंग आउट फ्रॉम ड्रामा स्कूल. आई नेवर परस्यूड इट. मैं डायरेक्शन में चला गया, राइटिंग करने लगा. तो उसमें पता नहीं क्या था, वो डेस्टिनी थी. तो आई एक्टेड इन वासेपुर आफ्टर 20 years एंड अभी कुछ कभी कभी कोई दोस्त यार कुछ फिल्म करते हैं तो मैं कर देता हूँ, बट इट्स नॉट समथिंग विच आई एन्जॉय.
Okay. You, Tigmanshu Dhulia, as a family person, you are very close to your daughter.
Oh yes. Yeah.
And what is she up to?
Oh, she's just joining this film institute at Bangalore. So,
Oh, she's also getting into it.
yes, so her course starts from July. So
So, your wife, better half Tulika, so is she always your first listener to the story draft that you write or idea that
No,
you get?
no.
She is a film buff?
oh yes, yeah.
Very much?
Most of our films कॉस्ट्यूमिंग वही करती है, रागदेश,
Yes.
साहेब, बीवी, गैंगस्टर.
Gangster.
तो yes, usually मैं उसको एडिट दिखा देता हूँ, but the film she is working on, so naturally she has to read the script. So she otherwise मैं वो बच्चा हूँ जो लंच ब्रेक में अपने टिफिन को ऐसे करके खाता था ना, तो देखना दे. मैं अपना काम ऐसा ही करता हूँ, किसी को नहीं बताता मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ.
So now, after discussing about your dadaji, dad, mom, wife and daughter, there are two people whom you keep on mentioning very often, and those are your elder brothers. So the seed for love for theatre came from your brothers?
Oh yes, yes. In fact everything. I mean because मेरे दोनों बड़े भाई, हम we are 3 brothers. तो मेरे बीच वाले भाई और मुझ में कुछ 8 साल का डिफरेंस है, उन दोनों में कुछ 1.5 साल का डिफरेंस है. सो वो दोनों की उम्र थोड़ा नज़दीक है. मैं
So you've been almost like a son they might have taken
हाँ,
care of. 8 years
yes,
is a long,
yes, yes,
long
yeah.
age gap.
So whatever they did, I just started following. Eventually वो लोग अलग अलग लाइन में चले गए, and then I followed their dream probably. And I,
So one of them joined Navy for a while? Or
yes,
he
no,
still-
no,
yeah.
he just
He's
retired.
Still, okay.
He was in the Indian Navy, and the other one is a High Court judge at Nainital High Court.
So he followed your dad's
Yes, yes,
legacy of being the High Court judge.
yes.
Initial years when you just began with the career, you getting a chance to work with co-writer
Yeah,
Mani Ratnam Saheb.
yeah,
That's a big thing. So
big thing.
how did that happen? And because it is not very easy to get this kind of a, because Bombay and Roja were already super duper hits by then. So getting that break and then working with Shah Rukh Khan for the very initial films in your filmography.
Yeah.
So there might be some memories attached to it because the film was shot at a beautiful location, Ladakh.
Yes.
Dil Se. Some very interesting moments which you still remember because the location was very interesting, and those times I'm sure there were no luxurious vanity vans, and when you're shooting in Ladakh, even today if you go there, it's quite not like how luxurious it is otherwise.
Oh no, I
Yeah,
remember shooting in Ladakh, and Shah Rukh was there, and Shah Rukh was already a star at that time. And there was no vanity van, and there used to be this bus in which the crew used to arrive on set. And during lunch break, it was a proper 1 hour lunch break. Everybody used to eat and take a nap or rest for half an hour. And Shah Rukh used to just sleep on the gangway. I mean, and we used to go over his head to get things, and he used to sleep there. No nakhra, nothing. And I really respect him for that. Because you see, that is why Mani Ratnam is great, Shekhar Kapoor, these directors, because the entire unit looks up to them. वो किसी एक्टर के चापलूस नहीं है कि आगे सर आगे वैनिटी से आइए सर, ये सब नहीं करते वो. मुझे वो डायरेक्टर पसंद है. तो हम शाहरुख के हम सब लोग पूरी यूनिट मणि रत्नम को ऐसे देखते थे, आज भी देखते हैं. बहुत ही he's a brilliant director, one of the best in our country.
Ketan Mehta sir, you have been associated with him since the beginning of your career. Even before Dil Se,
Yes.
Sardar was the film with which you were associated, and very initial film, the first film rather which you got in your kitty. There was a time when Ketan Mehta has hold your hand and there's no payment which was happening from you.
Yeah.
Some story around it which...
तो हुआ ये कि मेरी नई शादी हुई थी. अब मैं 22 साल का था जब मैंने शादी कर ली थी. तो 40 रुपए जेब में थे. तो नहीं है, पैसे तो चाहिए होते हैं. दिल्ली में थे हम लोग.
शादी कर ली.
So this film came, Sardar Patel, and Ketan Mehta, he took the art director, Mr. Robin Das. He used to teach us design at drama school, and he took him as the art director. And I was close to Robin Das. तो Robin Das said कि यार, और I was very bad. हमको carpentry भी पढ़ाते थे ड्रामा स्कूल में, मैं बहुत बुरा था. मुझसे एक कील नहीं ठुकती, मुझसे एक लाइन मेकअप में I was very bad. मुझसे ड्राइंग आर्ट में मेरा हाथ है नहीं, मोटे उंगलियां देखो किसानों वाली. बट उन्होंने, बिकॉज मैं हिस्ट्री का स्टूडेंट था, तो बिकॉज मैं रिसर्च बहुत इन्वॉल्व थी, उन्होंने कहा विल यू असिस्ट मी. ऐसे लोग फाइन आई असिस्ट यू. सो एक शेड्यूल हुआ पहला गुजरात में, आनंद और इधर बारडोली सब जगह हमने वो शूटिंग की. वो शूटिंग ख़त्म हुई और मैंने बहुत मेहनत की थी, मुझे याद है, मैंने 16-16 घंटे काम करना, सोना नहीं, बट उस वक्त उम्र ऐसी थी तो मज़ा भी आ रहा था, कोई इसमें कोई रोने वाली बात नहीं। बट जो शूटिंग ख़त्म हुई तो वो मुझे याद है, उस फिल्म फेयर आ रहा था टीवी पे, फिल्म फेयर अवार्ड्स कुछ आ रहे थे, सब लोग लाइन में खड़े थे पेमेंट लेने के लिए, शायद क्रू खड़ा था, हम भी खड़े थे पेमेंट लेने के लिए। मेरी रोबिंदा का कुछ उसमें खटपट हो गई थी, तो रोबिंदा ने बोला कि उसका पेमेंट मैं इसका दिल्ली में आके करूँगा। अब हालांकि दे देते मुझको दिल्ली में आके, लेकिन मुझे वो घर ले जाना, वो होता है ना, काम करके आया है और घर जाके एक पैसा लेके आया मुट्ठी में कि मैंने कमाया है, वो एक अलग बात होती है। क्या है, खाली आता है, परसों मिल जाएंगे पैसे, अरे यार अच्छा नहीं लगता। तो मुझे आई फेल्ट वेरी बैड, मैंने इतनी मेहनत भी की थी, एंड आई स्टार्टेड क्राइंग।
You actually started crying on
हाँ,
this?
स्टार्टेड क्राइंग, और मैं सबको मिल रहे थे और मुझको नहीं मिले
A
पैसे।
22-year-old young boy, that is what is a natural instinct.
तो केतन साहब और ये लोग अपने तो अपने रूम में थे वो लोग, तो वो डायरेक्टर मैं ठका, मैंने अब वो देखे मैं बह रो रहा हूँ। मैंने कहा सर मुझे पैसे नहीं दे रहे ये लोग, और ही हैड, केतन सर हैड सीन मी वर्क इन द ऑन सेट्स ना, भाग रहा है, ये कर रहा है। वो आए, उन्होंने सबको डांटा वहाँ पे, अकाउंटेंट को, इसका पैसा दिलाओ, पर मुझको पैसे लिए, दे मेड श्योर कि मुझको ट्रेन में मेरा रिजर्वेशन मिल जाए रात को, और मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा वो मैं कभी भूला नहीं वो। तो इसलिए केतन सर के साथ के लिए मेरे लिए, अपार्ट फ्रॉम ही इज़ अ ग्रेट डायरेक्टर, एक पर्सनल सी एक रिस्पेक्ट उनके लिए बहुत है मेरे अंदर।
Your association with directors, now if we talk about your association with one of the actor who has been a consistent part of your films, obviously, Irfan has to be. You fly kites together, I've heard.
No, he loves flying kites. I've never, I mean, as a kid also, I never.
You are not into it?
No, I was not. मैं गुल्ली डंडा खेलता था, ये सब खेलता था, बाकी पतंगे मैंने नहीं उड़ाई।
He has been your senior during college days.
2 years senior to me. He was in the 3rd year, and when I joined, he was in the 3rd year.
And that's from where the connection began. It continued. Do you ever feel possessive when somebody else casts him?
Earlier, yes.
Huh?
I will not deny it. When he kind of started doing Makbool, another film, I said,
Acha.
But now, the kind of heights he's achieved, I'm really, really proud of him. I'm very happy. His film Hindi medium is doing so well.
Paan Singh Tomar, I mean, it's very different.
Yes, he
in the
looked
film.
like an athlete. When we started the film, I mean, not demonetization.
Global recession?
Recession. तो पिक्चर स्टार्ट हुई, बजट्स आर रेडी, शूटिंग में जा रहे, एक महीने पहले रिसेशन होगा, बोला कि बजट कम करूँगा। तो मी एंड इरफान बोथ वांटेड दिस फिल्म to happen, we really wanted to start and all that. So budgets were cut down to half. Even then we said, okay, we'll work on this budget. Earlier I wanted to shoot half the film on 16mm and half the film on regular 35mm. But recession हो गया, पूरी पिक्चर 16mm बनाई। फिर इरफान साहब एक दिन कुछ एक्शन सीक्वेंस हो रहा था, पैर टूट गया उसका, वो गिरा, उसका यहाँ लिगमेंट ब्रेक हो गया। फॉर फ्यू डेज तो हमने सोचा कि पता ही नहीं चला, गाँव में थे, कोई ऐसा हॉस्पिटल भी नहीं था। बट देन इट बिकेम वेरी पेनफुल, और हमारे पूरा जो स्पोर्ट्स पोर्शन शुरू होने वाला था, इसमें भागना था उसको। तो फिर कुछ दिन शूटिंग रुकी रही, फिर वापस आए, फिर किया। तो इरफान का उसमें फिजिकली, इरफान ने उस पिक्चर में, इट वाज वेरी पेनफुल फॉर हिम द एंटायर शूट।
While you're talking about this interesting and challenging thing, so I have something very spontaneous for you now, sir. The next segment we have, we call it Build a Scene. So I give you a character, I give you a location, I give you a property, and you build a scene around that. Okay, the characters I have is NRI couple, and they have a very criminal background, hardcore criminal background, NRI couple. Location is your roots, Uttarakhand, the beautiful Uttarakhand, and property is a dysfunctional gun.
So ये this couple, they kind of running away from the law, from wherever they're coming, US, Canada, England, from wherever, Australia. And they come to India. Now since you're saying it's Uttarakhand, so Uttarakhand is called Dev Bhumi. सारे भगवान वहीं रहते हैं. तो naturally वो लोग आते हैं, तो they come to Rishikesh to spend some time there and do the river rafting and stuff. वो लोग आते हैं and वो camping वापिंग करते हैं because थोड़ा उनका criminal mind है, उनका bent उस तरफ है. So they see this guy who usually takes these tourists for rapids, वो जो राफ्टिंग करने के लिए ले जाते हैं, तो देखता है कि वो जो मेन बंदा जो कराता है राफ्टिंग, वो अपने पास वॉलेट में कुछ रखता है, पैसे वैसे सब अपने पास ही रखता है वो काफ़ी, तो उनका पूरा ध्यान है कि इससे कैसे लेके फिर यहाँ से कहीं हम और चले जाएंगे, विल गो टू लद्दाख और समवेयर, यू नो, बट दे नीड मनी. सो द हस्बैंड वो थोड़ा इंजीनियर टाइप का है, तो वहाँ से कुछ कैंप्स के रॉड वॉड लेकर के अपना एक गन पिस्टल, एक कट्टा टाइप का बना लेता है. तो अब ये लोग राफ्टिंग के लिए चलते हैं, जिसमें 5-6 लोग और टूरिस्ट हैं, फॉरेनर्स हैं, ये खुद हैं मेन बंदा, रैपिड्स हैं, भाट 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 वो राफ्ट जारी है. एंड सडनली दिस गाय टेक्स आउट पिस्टल एंड ही टेक द बोट टू द साइड. और नीचे से एकदम ऋषिकेश, एकदम लक्ष्मण झूले के नीचे आसपास कहीं मंदिर के घंटे वंटे बज रहे हैं. एंड दिस गाय अब वहाँ पे कुछ पैनिक करते हैं एंड ये फायर कर देता है. फायर करता है तो जो बोट है वो एक्सप्लोड करेगा, उसमें तो हवा है.
हाँ.
वो फट से सारे के सारे लोग नीचे. दीज टू दे डोंट नो हाउ टू स्विम, द हस्बैंड वाइफ.
ओके.
बाकी लोग निकल जाते हैं और वो दोनों डूब के मर जाते हैं. उनको डिवाइन जस्टिस मिल जाता है वहाँ.
You are a hardcore believer of humanity, no? Which is so evident even when you frame a scene. Divine justice, poetic justice. Moving ahead with the same segment but a different section. I give you two characters. While these two characters meet at one particular location, what would be the conversation like? One character is Ramadhir.
Okay.
Other character is beautiful Rani from Saheb, Biwi, Gangster. The location could be a gym. They are both on the treadmill, working out adjacent ways.
Okay. तो रामाधीर सिंह के साथ ये है कि उनकी तो एज है और चाहते हैं कि थोड़ा सा फिट हो जाएं, थोड़ी सी जवानी वापस आए, तो कहते हैं मैं जिम जाऊंगा. तो जब जिम पहुंचते हैं तो कहते हैं खाली करो जिम, रामाधीर सिंह आया है. तो जिम खाली होता है, सबको हटाया जाता है ना. रामाधीर सिंह, बाकी लोग तो हटेंगे ना फिर. तो आपकी हटा दिया जाता है, एसी ऑन करो, सबको रामाधीर साहब जिम करेंगे. और उसी वक्त हमारी बीवी आती है, उसका टाइम है जिम का, तो वो फैल जाती है. अब वो अपनी सुबह एक वॉडका लगा के भी आई है. तो वो कहती है कौन रामाधीर? कहता है रामाधीर हैं. और वो कहती है मैं भी रानी हूँ. तो रामाधीर सिंह ये कौन है? बाहर कुछ बातचीत को रानी वो फैल जाती है. इसके रामाधीर के जो बॉडी गार्ड्स हैं, बाहर को आवाज़ आती है रामाधीर सिंह कहाँ हो रहा है, तो पता चलता है. तो रामाधीर सिंह कहता है बुलाओ इनको बुलाओ, अंदर बुलाओ. अब रामाधीर जिम पहली बार 1-2 दिन हुआ, उनको ट्रेडमिल चलानी भी ठीक से आती नहीं है कि उसके ऐसे वो ऑपरेट होती है. इसको माधवी को सब आता है. तो माधवी और ये उससे माधवी उसकी ऑलमोस्ट इंस्ट्रक्टर बन जाती है.
ओके.
है ना. और रामाधीर सिंह की जवानी भी धीरे धीरे आती है और इवेंचुअली दोनों मिलकर साहेब बीवी गैंगस्टर पार्ट 3 बनाते हैं फिर.
हम बस अब संजय दत्त वाली एंट्री की इंतजार में है. You in the beginning of your career, you have been quite closely associated with television industry also. So after working on your first 2-3 films, there was a long gap which happened.
7 years.
So was television a conscious decision? You wanted to be a part of television, or was that rosy roti that pulled you to
television? I did before I made my first film.
That happened before.
Yeah. बट जो मैंने डायरेक्ट किया है वो टेलीविजन, बीच में मैंने एक शो शुरू किया था जिसका नाम था मोहल्ला मोहब्बत वाला.
हाँ.
वो मैंने स्टार्ट किया है, शुरू की 6-7 एपिसोड मैंने. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट मैंने कुछ टेलीविजन उसके बाद डायरेक्ट नहीं किया, बिकॉज टेलीविजन ऑलमोस्ट खत्म. अभी जो काइंड ऑफ टेलीविजन वी यूज्ड टू डू, दैट इज नॉट हैपनिंग एनीमोर.
Yes.
I remember I made a show for Star Plus called Rajdhani, and it got stopped when Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu and Karodpati came at that time, and it was doing fairly well, but that time we used to make one episode in 2.5-3 days. आजकल तो एक दिन में, आधे दिन में एक एपिसोड हो जाता है.
So like how there are phases. So television was the phase then, early 2000s. Now it's dying is what at least young generation believes. So the web series is the next big thing which is coming our way. So Tigmanshu Dhulia and web series. Any plans for the coming days?
Yes, of course, because web is the platform where smaller work will get exhibited, because I think only big films are going to be shown in theatres. like what has happened in Hollywood. Every other
Yes.
film is an Avenger or a Guardian of the Galaxy or a Transformer or Mr. America or Captain America and all that, like Bahubali. So eventually big film will take over theatres and other content will only be shown on the web or on the
On the
internet.
web.
Yes, yeah.
So, you know, what we do is now, let's get real. So we have something to show you on the screen and we would like to have your reactions on those. We begin with it.
Yeah.
Have you ever Googled about yourself?
Oh, ego surfing is, I do it all the time.
So, the next tweet.
That's so true. Everybody is fighting these days, you see. Violence बढ़ गया है, लोग झगड़ा कर रहे हैं, इसको बांध दो, उसको मार दो. अपने वक्त के लिए तो सही बात थी. अब सत्ता में संतुलन जरूरी है.
He's taken a dialogue out of Haasil and connected the dots with any current situation he might have
बट
read.
मतलब सत्ता में संतुलन जरूरी है. हासिल गवर्नमेंट ऐसा डायलॉग था नहीं. चलो फिर ठीक, कोई बात नहीं, अच्छी बात है.
Next. So Shekhar Kapoor has been instrumental in dragging you to Mumbai from Delhi?
No, not he just offered कि why don't you come to Mumbai and assist me there and और क्या चाहिए था. तो आना तो यही था. वो भी शेखर जी ने बोला कि आओ असिस्ट करो, तो नहीं तो आते स्ट्रगल करते, हमको असिस्टेंट ले लो. इतना बड़े डायरेक्टर.
You have the Mr. India calling you.
हाँ, तो बड़ा फॉर्चुनेट था मैं.
Paan Singh Tomar made me revisit Dhulia Irfan's Haasil 2003 वाली फिल्म याद की है. The duo rocked even back then. Amazing movie, amazing performances. So one fan moment which you very fondly remember in all these years. It has been such a long time that you're part of the industry and we know those die-hard cinema lovers who love Tigmanshu Dhulia. So one fan moment which you would want to share.
As far as Haasil is concerned, Haasil was really, I mean, whatever I am today is because of this film. Haasil has given me everything. And so wherever I go, because I go to a lot of these small places to shoot my films in the heartland and all over the country, and many of those, I mean, IAS officers or, you know, collectors and vice chancellors and stuff like that, and professors, when they were 20 years back, they've all seen Haasil. So they're a huge fan of Haasil. तो मेरा काम बहुत जल्दी हो जाता है.
हाँ.
किसी हॉस्टल में लखनऊ में शूटिंग कर रहे हैं, हॉस्टल में लड़के अरे शूटिंग हो रही है, यू नो, मॉब मेंटालिटी. सडनली कौन है? तिग्मांशु धूलिया. अच्छा, हासिल. डायलॉग से सब खुश हो जाते हैं. खैर आराम से. तो मेरे सब बहुत स्मूथ सेलिंग रहती है बिकॉज ऑफ हासिल. हाँ, तो कहीं का कोई इंस्पेक्टर को एसपी मिल गया तो हासिल के बहुत बड़ा फ़ैन है, हम आपकी हेल्प कर देते हैं. तो उस तरह से हासिल से बहुत मुझे फ़ायदा होता है.
Like how we expected, very upfront and to the point and fearless director that we are talking to, and we are so glad to have you on the sets of Talk Shop.
Right,
now
pleasure.
what we do is, we have a very quick round which we call In a Jiffy. It is like a rapid fire round. So I announce one thing and your reaction to it. We begin with it.
Yes.
One film which you can watch numerous times.
Once upon a time in America.
One thing you want to change about your life.
How to stop smoking.
Dil se or Guru.
Dil se.
Best gift you've ever received.
When I was learning guitar, my mother got me an electric guitar. That I think was the best gift I've ever received.
Beatles or Rolling Stone?
Beatles.
If not a filmmaker, you would be?
A chef.
One celebrity who annoys you the most. Very overrated.
Aren't they all? They all are.
If you have to name one.
Why should I name?
No, you okay.
अगर मुझको लड़ाना है किसी बड़े आदमी से लड़ाओ, सेलिब्रिटी से क्या लड़ा रही हो?
I love that. We got what we wanted. All right, 3 favorite recent Bollywood directors.
Kapoor and Sons का director.
Shakun Batra.
Shakun Batra, who made Kapoor and Sons. Ritesh Batra is also very good. And Karan Malhotra. I think Karan Malhotra को commercial cinema का nubs बहुत अच्छी पता है.
What was the last film you watched before coming here?
I'm watching shows. अभी मैं क्या War Machine देख रहा हूँ.
Irfan Khan or Nawazuddin?
Oh no, please don't ask me this question. They are both good. Nawaz is my junior from the National School of Drama. We've worked together also, and I'm so happy for his success. I'm really because he's a role model ban gaya Nawaz amongst all the actors who come out from institutes and want to become like Nawazuddin Siddiqui. And Irfan is also a great actor. He's the best actor we have.
One thing no one knows about you.
Let it be like that. People don't know.
Tigmanshu Dhulia, organized or messy?
In between.
Vodka versus whiskey?
Whiskey always.
Cinematographer or editor? Whom do you trust more?
Whom do I have to trust? I have to trust the cameraman more because camera is one thing. I'm not a cameraman.
Right.
So, ye area I have to trust him.
Okay.
Editing is something which I can also do.
Can get involved. Sriram Raghavan or Dibakar Banerjee?
Both are good. How can I cannot? They are both good.
Best thing about Sriram?
He really knows how to direct thrillers and he's very good with his screenplays. Dibakar, for the kind of subjects he chooses, and he's not afraid of trying something new, trying some new technology.
Send a tweet to Govinda.
I still want to work with you.
You love Govinda so much?
Yeah, actually I came to Bombay just to work with him.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I used to have fights at NSD. I said Govinda is such a great actor. Oh, NSD wale thoda art, thoda.
Yes,
What
so
are you
the kind
saying?
of films
Nasir
you
bhai,
make.
मैंने कहा Nasir bhai भी अच्छे हैं, but Govinda है यार.
Have you ever danced like Govinda? That's a different
I
dance
sta-
form.
I kind
It's a
of I
separate-
made a film with him. I 80% बनाई थी, but then it got shelved.
Oh.
Called Showman.
Ah. Send a tweet to Anurag Kashyap.
Let's do it again.
Send a tweet to FTII director.
Let it be.
Sajid Khan.
You're good. Try harder. You'll achieve.
Farhan Akhtar.
You are a complete artist, Farhan.
If the following films are to be remade, whom would you cast? अभी अगर बनानी हो तो Mr. India,
Salman Khan.
Guide,
Shah Rukh Khan.
Aligarh,
I've not seen the film.
Queen,
Kangna, again with Kangna.
Irreplaceable.
Yeah.
If the following films are to be remade, what would be the smallest or biggest change that you would want to make? दिल चाहता है.
एक सीन है टुवर्ड्स एंड, एक पार्टी सीन है, वहाँ पे कुछ रिकंसिलिएशन होता है दोनों के बीच में, वो सीन थोड़ा अदरवाइज दिल चाहता was such a good film and such a rooted film. People understand, take rooted as picture from the heartland or from villages. दिल चाहता है अर्बन एक मिलियो में इतनी रूटेड थी, बहुत अच्छी पिक्चर थी.
पान सिंह तोमर,
नो चेंज. चरस वो मुझे लगता है थोड़ा टाइम के आगे की पिक्चर थी. If you watch it today, people of today's generation will understand it more. It had a slightly complicated screenplay. It was not so easy for people to understand at that time.
Eat, Pray, Love.
मुझे तो बहुत I found it very boring. So many things need to be changed in that movie. A1 pace.
Inglorious Bastards.
No change. Absolutely no change. Such a satisfying film it was.
The next segment I have for you is called On the Rocks. Here I announce one thing and you're supposed to rate that from 1 to 10. We start with it. Your temper on the sets.
6.
You shout sometimes?
I do, yes.
Very often?
Yeah.
Your trust with your team.
7.
Sonakshi Sinha's acting skills.
5.
Your love for cooking.
8.
Smartphones.
We can't live without them, so 7.
Editor's contribution to the film.
5.
Your trust on Trump.
5.
Your fitness level.
5.
Abhishek Chaube's Udta Punjab.
I think 7.
On his own. So I was just coming to the next question, but before that, if your daughter decides, after getting her film course done, she decides to come back to India and assist somebody, who would be that one director other than you yourself?
Oh, she doesn't want to assist me. She wants to assist Vishal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Movie promotions.
7.
Item numbers in Bollywood.
Not anymore. 3.
Melodrama in Indian films.
It works. I mean, yeah, melodrama. 8.
Emotional quotient in your films.
6.
The next we have is I have never. We go about it.
ऐसे इधर दिखाओ.
Yes.
हाँ जी.
Fired someday
Somebody firing me?
from a job.
No.
Never. Been behind the bars. Traveled in general class in train.
Yeah.
Been into fight when drunk. Slept while shooting? Shoplifted? Believed in paranormal? Openly criticized a film ever? Got 80 KT in college or failed during school days? Red lines? Been unemployed for a very long time? Acted for free? Fought badly with editor?
Fought. No.
Had midlife crisis ever?
What are those?
You define for yourself, sir. Arguments with wife? Been to a rave party? Drugs? Alright. The next we have for you is the last round for this segment. It is called Interested, Not Interested. You go about it? Tiger Shroff as Indian Rambo. Making an animated film. Interested? Writing an autobiography. Sanjay Leela Bhansali's Padmavati. Directing Amitabh Sir in a film. Becoming Indian Prime Minister. Remake a cult classic film. Make 100 crore commercial film.
अब वो हो जाए तो हो जाए. Yeah, of course interested. Yeah, of course. Why not?
Bullet Raja 2. As expected, the very, very bold and fearless director that we had on board today. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful spot on the set.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you very much.
We had a very good time. And we have something to give away, sir. We have this hamper to present to you.
Whiskey,
a
eh?
little thank you note.
Thank you. Thank you.
Pleasure.